What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Kaged Review. My name is Kevin Jackwitz, and I'm about to review NXT TakeOver Chicago from this past Saturday. And I have to say that I'm really kind of sad that I haven't been keeping tabs on NXT week to week. I haven't been watching it, and this pay-per-view tells me that I'm really missing out, to be very frank. It also tells me the WWE, Vince McMahon, whoever is actually in charge at this point, the people behind the scenes have completely lost touch. And I understand that NXT is Triple H's baby pet project. And if that's the case, hats off to Triple H, because NXT TakeOver Chicago, amazing. And I say that, like I said, not really being invested in the storylines. It was just that damn good of a show. So you start out with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong from Undisputed Era. I've seen these guys before. I'm somewhat familiar with them. Very good. And then they're going up against Danny Burch and Odie Lorcan, who I am not familiar with. I have not seen these guys before, I don't think ever. And this match, holy shit, it opens up with a fucking incredibly hard-hitting affair. Like, some of the impact sounds on this were absolutely phenomenal. Some of the spots that these guys did were great. Some of the bumps these guys took, there was one spot, I don't know if it was Danny Burch or Odie Lorcan, but one of those guys, he gets flipped over the top rope and lands back first on the apron outside. And I was like, oh my god, so cringeworthy. And there were a lot of really good spots like that during the match. At the end of the day, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong win. And clearly they're, Undisputed Era is the big thing in NXT right now. And it seems rightfully so. I'm a big fan of Adam Cole. And the other two guys here just absolutely killed it. Well, I know Roderick Strong's, hella talented. So, very, very cool. After that, you get a really short backstage bit with Lars Sullivan doing a workout bit, and he's got part of a rafter that he's, curling. So that was kind of funny, of course, making him look beast as shit. Then you get Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. Now, both of these guys, I think, are just sickly talented. One of the things I do fear about Ricochet when he finally gets to the main roster, he's not a very big guy, and not very big guys as a whole do not do that well on the main roster. What I'm hoping is that his ability is just undeniable and they don't stick him in 205 Live, because that's fucking death of a career right there. I mean, I'm sorry, but it is. And Ricochet, he is so fucking talented, and this match really showcased his abilities. Some of the athleticism that this guy has is just off the charts. Velveteen Dream is incredibly talented too, and he was able to sell some shit very, very well. Not just selling moves, but selling his own moves. He's a guy that you will see something different from. He does take risks with his body. He's not afraid to go out on a limb to impress people. And so I have a lot of respect for Velveteen Dream. I think he's going to have big things in the future. But Ricochet, I just feel, is incredibly off the charts. Like, the guy's athleticism is like nothing I've ever seen. And I mean that. I mean, Neville was incredibly talented. And, I think he might be, somewhere close to that level. I mean, it's just freakish acrobatic ability. So at the end of the day, it was a very entertaining match. And Ricochet pulls out the win. Ricochet's newer. He needs to build up his name. I think it was the right thing to do. Then you get Nikki Cross versus Shayna Baszler. Nikki Cross, of course, used to be Insanity. And I hope that when she goes to the main roster, she kind of continues on as the female counterpart for Sanity. I think that would be a good route. It just fit before, and I think it would fit again. So, having said that, pretty good match. Nikki Cross plays the crazy chick who doesn't really mind taking pain, and Shayna Baszler is the absolute badass who doesn't mind dealing pain. And that's where the match was, and it was good. I think this was actually the low part of the show. It was a good match, but you had so many great matches in this that, a good match is going to be the low point. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good match. I don't think it was outstanding. But they did do a good job of doing the storytelling of, Nikki Cross not really minding taking the punishment and trying to overcome Shayna Baszler with the crazy chick persona. Shayna Baszler, being the badass that she is, eventually just beats her to a point where she can't continue, and Shayna Baszler wins. So she is the women's champion in NXT, Shayna Baszler, and she gets the win by just being dominant. I think it was a good scenario all over. And like I said, it was a good match. It's just that everything else, this whole show, if you have good, moderate, bad, there was nothing here. It was all good or amazing. And, this was the good match. So I have to put it at the bottom just because everything else was just fucking amazing. Not saying there was anything bad with this match, really. After that, you get Lars Sullivan and Aleister Black. Lars Sullivan is a monster of a man. He is an absolute fucking mountain with legs. This guy, he could have played the mountain probably in Game of Thrones. Like, he's just so massive. And so you have the NXT champion, Aleister Black, who is kind of coming in, quote-unquote, as the underdog, and fighting this uphill battle that is Lars Sullivan. And they do such a good job with this match. Aleister Black comes in, quick hits, fast in and out reactions, trying to get how you would actually have to take down a guy like this. And, of course, they do the monster thing where Lars Sullivan finally gets the hit in and Aleister Black takes the damage, and there you go. Now Lars Sullivan is in the lead for a while. And eventually they had Aleister Black come back, hits a couple of black masses, and there you go. Aleister Black gets the win. So it was a really good match. I think it was very well done. And there you go. After that, you have backstage, Johnny Gargano does a bit with his wife, and it was, it was there. It was not good, not bad. It was just a very quick opening segue to the match that is Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, which is a Chicago street fight in Chicago. The crowd was absolutely going crazy this entire show. That was one of the things I really appreciated about this, was the crowd. They went nuts the whole time. And particularly with this last match, Gargano and Ciampa, I actually have paid attention to this storyline that they built up, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. But one of the most important things about these two together as a feud, the feud is very well done, but these guys are not afraid to sacrifice their bodies for somebody's entertainment, and they do in some major ways here. Some of the bumps these guys took, I felt were scary. And so it really gives you this sensation that, like, there's an impending doom coming, There was a couple of moments there where I really thought these guys were hurt bad, and who knows, they may have been. And they did a really interesting bit where Ciampa started cutting the ropes to the ring and pulled everything back to expose the hard wood. And then at the end of the match, it looks like Gargano's going to get the better end. Ciampa catches Gargano coming through the ropes with a DDT on the wood, gets the win. The most impressive heel that I've seen in a very long time walks away with the win. And honestly, this is the most impressive feud that I've seen maybe ever. Like, I've seen some very good feuds, but I don't know that I've ever seen a feud quite as impactful as Gargano versus Ciampa. I think they have done just an amazing job with the character building and then the character implosion. I thought it was phenomenal. So ladies and gentlemen, that is my review for NXT TakeOver Chicago. Quite frankly, I give it a 10 out of 10. I haven't given too much of anything a 10 out of 10 when it comes to any WWE product. This nailed it, knocked it out of the park. I felt like there was really no weak points. So there you go. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Especially let me know about the last match, the Chicago Street Fight. Let me know what you think about this Gargano-Ciampa feud. Should they continue it from here? It looks like they're going to, which honestly it's been gold and they haven't missed a step so far. So I think it's great. So ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the review, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz, Kaged Nation out.